Okay guys, today we are going to be working on 6.3D and E, which is adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing integers fluently, and multiplying, dividing positive rational numbers fluently. Okay, I have a couple of examples, so you should have this worksheet that I'm sure when you receive will be back in front, that has maybe 4 or 5 problems on it, and we're going to go over these star-like problems to get you prepared to star. You also should have this little guy. It has PEMDAS and the integer rules, okay? And we're quickly going to go over integer rules, just in case you have forgotten. When you're adding integer rules, if you look, if they have the same sign, you add the two numbers and keep the sign. If they have different signs, you subtract the two numbers and keep the sign of the higher number, okay? When you're subtracting integers, okay, here it says keep, change, change. So what it is you keep your first number, you change your sign from subtraction to addition, and you change the integer to the opposite integer. So if it's positive, you change it to negative. If it's negative, you change it to positive. And then you follow the addition rules. Okay, we'll have some examples to look at, so don't get all nervous. Multiplication, division are the easiest integer rules. Same signs, positive answer, different signs, negative answer. Okay, same signs, positive, different, negative. Okay, so back to our questions and let's get going. So a team of 4 players competed in a golf contest. The name and scores of the players on the team are shown in the table below. The team score is the sum of all the scores in the table. Okay, well, we need to know what the sum means, and we all know that sum means add. So what we're going to do is we're going to add these up using our integer rules. I recommend writing them out. You can do it however you want to. Okay, so we have -3 plus 3 minus 6 minus 1. Okay, so here we have a negative and a positive. So according to our rules, when the signs are different, we subtract and keep the sign of their number. In this case, a -3 and +3 make 0. So now we have 0 minus 6 minus 1. Okay. Now if you look, this is subtraction. So according to our rule, keep, change, change. So keep, so we're going to keep this. We're going to change this to addition. And we're going to change this from a +6 to a -6. So now we have opposite signs, which are subtraction. So we're going to subtract 6 minus 0, which is 6, and keep the sign of the bigger number, in this case, which would be 6. So we have -6 minus 1 left. Again, subtraction, so keep, change. This +1 will now become a -1. According to our addition rule, when the signs are the same, we add and keep the sign. So we're going to add and keep the sign. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So our answer is -7, which is B. Okay? Guys, you can also do it here, like this if you want, and get 0, and then do -6 here. However you want to do it. I think it's easier writing it out, like you would do order of operations kind of thing, to help you. But it's up to you. Okay? So if we go to the... Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. So here we have order of operations along with our integers. So according to PEMDAS, I always do parentheses first. In this case, that would be here. Okay? So we have -12 divided by 3. Our division rules state different signs have a negative answer. Our signs are different. So 12 divided by 3 is -4. So now, if you look here, these are parentheses, guys, but in this case, when they're touching like this, that means multiply, okay? So we can go ahead and take care of that. What is -4 times 3? Well, that is 12. -12 because you have an opposite, and when signs are opposite, they're negative. So -12 plus -4. Now back to our addition rules. When the signs are the same, you add and keep the signs. So -12 plus 4 is 16. So this is our answer. And it says, what is the value? This is your value. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here it says, Shelly's baby weighed 6.25 pounds at birth. At the end of 9 months, her baby weighed 3.5 times its birth weight. How many pounds did Shelley's baby weigh at the end of 9 months? Okay, times. So, what you need to understand is anytime you see this, times, that means multiply. So we are going to take this number and multiply it to this number. Now, if you notice this is a decimal, this is a fraction. You don't want to do that. So let's make it the same. So you can either turn a decimal into a fraction, which would be just too hard. So we should turn the fraction into a decimal. So, ways you can know that half is 0.5, or you can change it by multiplying and adding 6 plus 1, that's 7 over 2, and then you can do TIBO, which is 7 and 2 out, that's 3, 6, 1, add a decimal, a 0, and that's 5. And there's 3.5, okay? Either way you want to do it. Now we have 6.25 times, and remember when you're multiplying, your decimals do not have to be lined up, okay? So times 3.5. So we have 25, and then raise your 2, that's 10 and 12, 31, okay? And then this way we have, put a 0 here, 15, and put our 1, 6 and 1 is 7, and that's 18. We add 5, 7, 8, 11, and 2. We have 3 decimals, 1, 2, 3. So my answer would be 21.87 pounds. Alright, there you go. So remember, anytime you have a decimal and a fraction, change your fraction to a decimal, okay? And remember, when you multiply, your decimals do not have to be lined up. You just need to count the spaces after the decimal to move your decimal to its spot. Okay, let's move on to our last question. Carolina played a math game with Ashley. They both had 5 cards, which are shown below. So here's Carolina's cards and here's Ashley's cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their score is the sum of the numbers on the 5 cards. The one with the highest number wins. Who is the winner of the math game? So again, we're doing sum, which is adding. So we need to work out both of these here. Okay? So 6 plus 0 minus 3 plus 8 minus 6. Okay? So let's work these out. So 6 plus 0 is 6. Minus 3 plus 8 minus 6. Now here this is subtraction. So we keep, we change, and we make our positive a negative. So this makes opposite sign. So we subtract. Keep the bigger sign, which is 6. So 6 minus 3 is 3 plus 8 minus 6. Well, this is easy. 8 plus 3 is 11 minus 6. Subtraction rules. Keep, change, and change your positive to a negative. Opposite signs. So here we now have 11 minus 6, which is 5. It's positive, so we keep it. So Carolina has 5. Okay, so now let's do Ashley. So I'm going to do right here, sorry, I'm going to make a little wall. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, guys. Sorry about that. Negative 6 plus 3 plus 0 minus 2 plus 7. So, negative 6 and 3, opposite signs. Keep the negative, because it's bigger. Subtract, that's 3. Plus 0 minus 2 plus 7. Again, opposite signs. So we subtract, keep the sign. That's negative 3 minus 2 plus 7. Okay, here we keep, we change, and we change that to a negative. Same signs, we add, keep the sign, that's negative 5 plus 7. So if you notice, my signs are different, so I'm going to subtract, but I keep the positive. So that's going to be 7. I'm sorry, 7 minus 5 is 2. So Ashley's is 2. So according to the rules, Carolina wins, because it's the sum with the highest number. So Let's read the answers. Who's the winner? Carolina, because she has a sum higher than 12. Was her sum higher than 12? No, so that's not the case. Ashley, because she has a sum higher than 7. Well, Ashley's not the winner, and her sum's not higher than 7. Carolina, because the sum of her cards are higher than the sum of Ashley's cards. Well, that's true, because 5 is higher than 2, and these are the sum, so my answers are C. Alright, I hope that wasn't too confusing. I hope this helps you out. This is Starlight questions, guys, so it should help you with your test. Remember your integer rules. Those are the key. So study your integer rules. Study, study, study. Good luck.